What is it like to be Black in the PR industry? Well,
being Black in public relations can be a special calling, especially in leadership.
It's kind of tough. Because I believe that public relations is something that's removed of color. It's just a job, a quality job, a wonderful gig.
the blessing, I get to do meaningful work most of the time and know that what I'm doing will help companies achieve their missions. And it's lonely because you're often the only one, and it can make you question your value every day.
I'm Dr. Candace Stillflipper.
I'm Anthony Strickland.
My name is Charlene Mieles.
Black people and other communities of color have been hit hard by COVID-19. All the data shows that we're suffering at rates that are disproportionate to our representation in this population.
The findings is that we are susceptible to this particular illness, virus, and it's really taking a toll. I am losing numerous people within the community on a monthly basis.
It's hurtful. And my hope is that as we continue to navigate this pandemic and see the recovery in our economy, that policies and programs will be put in place to uplift those who have suffered the most.
If there's one aspect that may be helpful out of all of this, is the spotlight on destigmatizing mental health issues, closing the digital divide that has kept our children and other communities of color behind, and of course addressing the overarching healthcare and economic disparities.
How other people in the industry can support Black PR professionals, I believe it's just like most industries. Ensuring equity in work and growth for those Black PR professionals is accessible and attainable. Ensuring your offices, boards, and even your intern pools are as diverse as possible. When a student, comes to me and they know it makes no sense for them to even apply for certain, positions or businesses and companies just off of the sentiment of how they look, then there's a problem. We have to create a safe space, but it starts from the top down.
You can do what you do for anyone in the industry. Give them a chance and an opportunity. Give Black people an equal chance. And when you see something that isn't, or someone that isn't getting a fair shake, stand up and say something or do something. Champion Black talent. Be a force for change.
PR firms making a commitment to hire within my community, to hire Blacks with inclusion, equity, and diversity in mind is hugely important. We're capable, okay? So we're capable, and you're now giving us access to top dollar, and you're doing it at a time where America has been experiencing an economic downturn. So we're grateful. We're grateful for access.
I appreciate the companies and PR firms recommitting to diversity, equity, and inclusion. And I hope your strengthened programs are successful. But make no mistake, D&I is not the issue. Systemic inequity, injustice, and racism in the workplace are the issues.
I would caution agencies to recognize that these statements, while great, and these activities, while great, really need to be meaningful, because it's very easy for anyone who is interested in joining your agency or being a part of your agency to reach out to their network to see if those statements are real.
It's more than a trend and a buzzword to say they are committed to diversity, equity, and inclusion. It's being intentional about cultivating safe spaces for growth and creativity while educating themselves on the nuances of the commitment.
The change I'd like to see in the industry is around leadership. Of course, more Black and diverse leadership opportunities as well as leaders. More leaders championing diversity, equity, inclusion within our ranks and outside of our ranks.
Give the Black community a chance. Give the professionals a chance. Go out of your way to get us in there. And I believe that this is already starting to happen. I don't know if it's a situation where we should be saying thank you, but we're just grateful that America is saying, hey, look, we've got to do something about this. We're in a position to do more.
When it comes to recruiting Black talent, I'd like to see companies move away from the idea of seeking a diverse candidate pool for jobs only to hire the same type of people over and over again. Here's an idea. Think about only recruiting Black talent for some of your high-level positions. And I know many people will say, well, that isn't fair. Well, you know what? For Black people, the past 400 years haven't been fair. So let's just shelve the not fair talk when it comes to carving out opportunities for Black and brown people. And let's be bold so that it doesn't take 30 years to make progress.
I wish to see more Black people in the C-suite and executive levels within the industry, especially in agencies and corporations. We have to be an example for those that hope to be a part of this industry, and representation matters. I also wish that my Black PR firms get more of the credit that they deserve and are paid equally, if not more, than some of these other agencies that consistently shut them out and then fumble situations because of their own lack of diversity. Black PR firms typically understand all scopes of life because we have to navigate them. Pay Black PR, marketing, and communications professionals, period.
I have a friend, colleague, her name is Charlene Willis. She's also the chair of the Arthur Page Society. And I recently had the pleasure of hearing her say that the system is not broken. The system is operating exactly how it was intended to help those it was intended to help. And if we want to do better, we've got to change that system. And my hope is that we change that system so that it works for more people and we continue chipping away at it so that it works for everyone.